the simple answer is that if there were people who would adore me, like me, appreciate me, and love me, I would probably already be in peace with them. But it's not the case. The Palestinians are our enemies. A lot of them hates me, don't see my right to exist. By the way, a lot of them do. When you have polls in the Palestinian Authority, even in the last year, you see that their choice of the majority is to separate the two states and have an independent state. So this, by the way, this is what they are struggling to have an independent state. Okay, now, all of these reasons that you said about the Palestinians who don't even see me as human being, and there are probably a bunch of them, okay, it's even convincing me more to separate from them. Because, again, I always say, there is two options for us to the Palestinians. Either to divorce a respectful or a not respectful divorce from them, or to have, well, it sounds good in English, in Hebrew, I'm not sure if in English, but or to have a Catholic marriage with them. Okay? In Hebrew, we have the saying, to have a Catholic marriage with someone is like to never, I don't know if it's true, and I'm sorry if I didn't, I'm sorry if okay. I have met 2 popes in my life, so I hope you will. So I don't want this marriage with them. And right now, we are going toward this marriage with them. So whether if some of them likes me, and you know there is a lot of Palestinians that understand that Israel is not the problem of the Middle East. Some of them are very courage to be sincere and understand that Israel is exactly the good guys in the Middle East. They know the sort of forces that are going around the Middle East, killing their brothers and sisters and cousins. But let's say that some of them care about me or adore me, and most of them hate me and don't see me as a human being. In any way, it's a win-win for me to separate from them to 2 states. And why? Because even if we had 1 binational states, even if all of them would not hate me, at the end of the road, again, it's a demographic thing, and we would lose our majority. So let's say that all of them are nice and wonderful people, but they are Palestinian. They are not Jewish. They are not Israelis. And at the end of the road, they are winning the majority in the demography. So even in this case, I better separate with them. But let's say that what you are saying is the truth, and there is some and some, that most of them are hating me and want to destroy me and to kill me. So that's even a better reason to separate, to build walls and borders between 2 states, and then right after to try and have normal relations between us and the Palestinian. And what I learned from Mr. Bertie Ahern that I hosted in Israel, the Irish Prime Minister, former Irish Prime Minister, 3 days ago, is that a lot of people in Ireland, in Northern Ireland, never believed that a Catholic or a Protestant would ever be able to live together, to shake hands. And not that the peace that you have in Ireland is perfect. It's not. But it's much, much better than what you experienced before. And Mr. Ahern told me, you know, Hilik, for us in Northern Ireland, it took between 700 and 800 or 1,000 years to reach peace. You can wait. You can wait. But think if it's not better for you to try and achieve it after 70 years. And please, what we understood after 800 years, you can understand in Israel between you and the Palestinians after 70 years. You are so young. And what our women and mothers of Ireland demanded from the government after so much blood and was spilled and so much money was spilled in this bloody conflict, you can demand right now. And we had some attempts that was failed because like you, Israelis, we wouldn't allowing a peace under any circumstances and under any possible price that we will pay. And we reached the peace after we understood that it's a necessity, that it's better than not having peace, and that when we think that this two sides will have a respectful marriage. Now, it's not the same case because in your case, you are still living together. We are talking about separation. But the courage is the same courage. The effort for education, for peace that we will have to make in Israel between us and the Palestinians will definitely something we can learn from you in Ireland. And I know that it's not easy, and I know that still today there is a lot of Irish, Catholic and Protestant that maybe hate each other, maybe don't respect the other, maybe wouldn't shake the hand of the other, but you're having a peace. And this is something that we can achieve. And it's exactly Mr. Ahern that told me, if I thought of the other side as no partner, we wouldn't have peace. And he told me, trust me, Hilik, the hatred between the different Irish group and the blood and the suicide bombing and butchering each other in pubs and schools and in the streets was no less hard and severe than what you're having between the Israelis and Palestinians. So if we could overcome on these 800 years of hatred, incitement, demonization against the other side, you have it for only 67 years. 1/10, even less than 1/10 of the time. If we overcome it, and we're still working on it, you can overcome it. And I thank you, I thank Prime Minister Bertie Ahern for giving me this very important lesson and for being willing to actually come to Israel for one day to participate in this event that I had under the title, How Did We Made in Peace in Northern Ireland, and is it possible in the Israeli-Palestinian conflict? And the answer at the end of the evening was definitely we can have peace with the other side. Thank you.